nhớ rồi cho viên cho sẽ đợi rồi sẽ nó tao tuần chi bé et cũng sẽ share mình chỉ cho cô họ testimony là she story to encourage bé sẽ đợi that God is faithful that God is true to His word that He will never leave us or forsaken us and that solution her He always provide a way out to be a big if you notice well actually can't really see it but behind me is the Mediterranean Sea. Yes, my husband and I are here on a cruise to the Mediterranean Sea. Does she want the yellow G make it here? Our flight leaves on Saturday the 9th. Then that week they kind of lost Normandy on Tuesday, and then the weatherman had the yellow snow on the weekend. And that we will possibly get about 4 to 8 inches of snow throughout the whole winter time. Bay just receive in Oregon in the winter time it usually gets really raining then you're not totally iced up, but this whole winter we've been having good weather until she had a vacation. The weatherman she report had the yellow snow possibly blow to inches in Oregon up to Seattle yellow more than they had before in the past too possibly. And so what happened was that we were planning to leave on the 9th and drive up from Oregon to Seattle, which is 4 hours away from where we live. But they say that you lost snow Friday night into Saturday morning, and the road condition could possibly be icy, and it could possibly freeze up and making travel difficult. And so I've been watching the news, and on Friday the 8th, I started packing and it started snowing. And so I called my friend up in Seattle, and she said, yes, come over, you can rest here, and then Saturday, at the airport. And so my husband and I decided that we would instead leave Friday night and get there at least Saturday. If we miss the plane, which takes us to France, Paris, France, then we'll probably miss that connection to Barcelona, and then miss that connection onto our ship. And literally, we will miss the boat if we don't get on that plane. So we decided to do that. So 4 o'clock Friday night, we drove up 2 hours into the drive. It was snowing. People were going home. It was a Friday night. Traffic started snowing. Halfway up, 2 hours up, I looked back and I noticed that we were missing a bag. And so I asked my husband. He said that we drove back, decided to drive back, and on the way back, I didn't say anything, but in my heart, I was complaining to the Lord. I was complaining to myself, and I did actually went in there and looked around, kind of picked up all the stuff around the bedroom before we leave, got so messy, and I knew I did not see the bag. And so when I asked him, he said he got all the bag. So we went back, we didn't say a word, and then when I got home, the bag was there. And so we slept that night. The next morning we got up early and decided to go early, like around 7 o'clock. And then, but when we got up, I looked outside, there was no snow. I was like, great, about you Joe that you lost snow. Then drove downtown, not downtown, but going north. It started snowing, and it snowed hard. It was sticking to the floor, and was like there's a lot of snow, not yet before, like, my husband was saying that it's going to be a long, slow drive. So I started to panic again. how we're gonna get there and what time we're gonna get there. Hopefully the flight's not canceled and hopefully everything's okay. Blah blah blah. You know how big, but yeah, that they start worrying. We always like starts going on and on in our head of the possibility that but then we drove up north, an hour away to Portland. We got there, it was dry. It was completely dry. The sun was up, and I said to myself, hey, it's dry, you know, it's not snowing. And then that's when the Lord spoke to my heart. He said, fear God and not men. Fear God and not men. That's what he said to me. And I'm thinking to myself, fear God and not men. What does that mean? And so I realized that what God was saying to me, that I fear men more than I trusted the Lord. And that I let men put fear in me in terms of fear, the cancellation, we won't make it to our flight, travel condition, if you can, your must stock up, freeze, things like that. That made me fear men. That's what it means to fear men. And then I realized that is true, that I allow the news, like what they reported, predicted that it might snow, to fear me, Orogunchai. And I didn't trust the Lord, that he always provide. And I forgot that part. And so when the Lord spoke to my heart, he said that fear God and not men. Then I knew what he meant, that I allow to hate Gora, like she hate Bena yet, but they share on that. So I repented and I confessed my sin to the Lord, that yes, Lord, I confess my sin, that I allowed men to scare me, allowed men to put fear in me, and I did not trust you. And so we drove another hour away, driving up to Seattle. Halfway there, the snow was beautiful, the road was clear, but on both sides was this beautiful white snow everywhere, and the sun was shining. And it was just so beautiful. And I was thinking to myself, Lord, thank you so much for allowing me to see this beauty, this snow, in the daylight. And the Lord said to me, walk in the light and you will not stumble. Yeah, walk in the light and you will not stumble. I recall that was in John 11, 9 and 10, where he said, walk in the light so that you will not stumble. Because when you walk at night, then that's when you don't have the light and you stumble. And I realized that is true, that what he was saying to me, that if I walk in the light, he is the light. If I trusted him, then I will not stumble, that he will make my path straight. And what I allowed to happen was that I walked at night. Walking at night was meaning walking my own wisdom, my own decision, my own thinking that we should drive at night and get there, my own idea, my own wisdom. That was walking at night. And literally we were driving at night. It was so snowing, we couldn't see, just snow just falling, and and yet we were still going, until we realized that we forgot the bag, until turn around. And when the Lord spoke that to me, that to walk in the light, that I will not stumble, I realized what he's saying, that trust me, I am the light, trust in my word, trust in my truth, so that you will not stumble. And when you walk in the daytime, you walk in his wisdom, you walk in his light. His word, his truth is that light, and you will not stumble. Yet it comes to you, but you will not stumble because you know what's coming, and you can hold on to his truth, his word, his promises, and you will not stumble. But if you walk at night, she walk by walk by what you think is right, though you might see that little thing that look more right there, but it's just temporary. You don't know. You just the evil one, this set a trap for you. There could be traffic jam and they do piled up there right there. And so when the Lord revealed that truth, that revelation to me, I understood what he meant, that I was walking by my own wisdom instead of trusting the Lord. And Proverbs, everybody know the Proverbs, say trust the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him. He will make your path straight. And I forgot, we know that. All of us know that. But so many times we let fear, man's fear, rob us of the truth, and we forget to walk in the light, trust in his word. When I realized that too, I then repented. I said, Lord, forgive me that I, walked in my own wisdom, in my own thinking without, acknowledging you. And so I repented there, and the ride was beautiful. The beauty of the snow covering both sides of the road, but both sides was so beautiful, but the road was clear. And I realized that that's what the Lord said. I will make your path straight. I will make your path straight. And the path was clear, and it took up all the way to Seattle. And it was snowing, and it was beautiful, and we had a good time meaning that it was a good view. I just kept taking pictures. And then we got to the airport, and just waiting for the plane to depart. The Lord spoke one more time to my heart as I said that, Lord, thank you for allowing us to be here. And, we made it, and I just was praising him. And he spoke one last time to me. He spoke, be quick to listen and slow to anger. And I'm thinking to myself, why would the Lord say that to me? Be quick to listen, but slow to anger. Many times a lot of us think that verse meaning be quick to listen, be quick to judge, be quick to see what they have, and when they you keep, but the Lord is saying be quick to listen and slow to anger. And I realized that the Lord was saying to me that I was quick to get mad. I was quick to complain. I was quick to self-condemn myself, because on the way back when we forgot the bag, I was just like, man, how stupid could I get? Both of us. I was just self-condemning myself and just complaining and just getting mad at my husband, though I wasn't verbally expressing it to him. In my heart, I was just saying, why did you forget? Why did you tell me that you got the bags, And so the Lord opened my eyes or said that to me, and I realized that, he meant for me to not do that, to not self-condemn ourselves, to not be quick to grumble here, because God always looks at Belushia and always share Belushia, always knows what we're thinking, always knows what we're gonna say before we say, even though bet you highlight bet the could a share the get you get angry at yourself or other people, share. And so that's not pleasing to the Lord. And so the Lord confronted me and said that to me, and to be quick to listen to him, to be quick to be quick to go to him in this kind of situation. So I also repented and said, Lord, I am so sorry that I was quick to get angry at myself and my husband, though I didn't verbally say it. I said it in my heart, and I was wrong. So I asked the Lord to forgive me, and that I did not go to him and ask him, Lord, what do you want? What next? And so these are the 3 lessons that the Lord revealed to me on our way here. And I thank the Lord for every situation that he always takes us, even though when we are confronted with a situation like this, we allow men they need to hate, and then we lose focus of trusting the Lord. And so when in the future, if we are faced with a situation where they need hate, always remember the Lord's promises in Luke 12, Luke 12, 4-5, that to sunshine the name, because and fear God. Fear God doesn't mean that, we have to fear him. No, fearing God is just reverencing, Lord, what now? I trust you. Show me what I need to do. That is to fear God. That is to reverence. That is to humble yourself before the Lord and allow him to guide your step, and to always be walking in the light. That he is the light. When we walk in the light, when we walk in the daytime, we walk in the truth, we will not stumble. God will provide for us. God will lead us. Yabe go by our own wisdom, our own gizunje. That is the darkness, or walking in darkness is our own wisdom, earthly wisdom, and we will stumble. Truly, we will stumble. But God is so good and gracious, and He loves us. That He will call us to Him. He will call us to Him, and remind us gently that be slow to anger, such a key, and be quick to come to me and ask me what I should do. So I thank the Lord for bringing us here and providing, and I just thank Him for opening my eyes to see this so that I may have a story to share with you all. Bây giờ Vinh Giờ here at Kingdom Life Woman Ministry. Bây giờ ít giờ good that law. We're not, we don't have any titles or degrees. Good the seminary, master's degree in theology, anything like that. We're just simple mothers, and daughters-in-law, sisters, just like you. Yeah, be just ordinary a woman that loves Jesus and that wants to grow in the ways of the Lord. And as He teaches us these things, as He teaches you these things, it is our responsibility to share with the Linatu, because it is only in our trials and our Lord teaching us that we can share and tell encourage. So I just want to encourage you all that, and I just wanted to share my story with you all. And though many times sharing story, a lot of people join the suit, but to the thing that has walked that and God reveals, it means so much. When God tells you and He reveals His truth and reveals revelation to you, it changes your whole world, changes your whole perspective, changes who you are, and you will never be the same again. So over to John, thank you all for tuning in to Kingdom Life Women Ministry, and we pray that you all will be encouraged by the devotions and the teachings and the prayers and whatever you guys may have. Reach out to us, and we can pray for one another. So God bless you all. I hope to see you all again. I hope to hear from you, and I hope that you're encouraged. Mashijidwa.